Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike Locke here. Thanks for tuning in to this video blog. In this video, I want to touch on why we're not as productive as we can be. I was listening to this talk recently, and this guy was throwing out this. He was talking about contentment and how all of us are discontent with ourselves, that we have this thing inside of us, this fear of missing out. And it's so true, because you ever find yourself wanting to really do work or be productive, but you have the need to check your Facebook posts. You have the need to check your tweets. You have this need, this desire to check the latest YouTube video from your subscription list. You have the need to check your favorite person's Instagram, whether it's a celebrity or whatnot, okay? It can be anything. Check the latest news, the latest gossip on celebrity news, the latest news on Yahoo, whatever it is, okay? We all have our bag of demons, and this fear of missing out thing applies to pretty much every single one of us, myself included. Okay, we all have our little moments, fear of missing out moments. And when you look back, it's really useless or wasteful stuff, because it never applies to the goals that we're trying to reach. We all have goals that we want to reach. And we all have to and should be putting in quality time into tasks throughout each day that gets us closer to that goal. But I was listening to this, and I was like, yeah, this fear of missing out thing, man, it hits me all the time. And the one thing that I found that's helpful for me is, one, these fear of missing out elements, you know, the news, the TV shows, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, those things aren't going away. So you're always going to have this element of, I need to know, I need to be in the know. The way to overcome that is to just, one, be conscious of it. Be conscious of the fact that it's there. Okay, when I listen to a lot of Napoleon Hill stuff, like Think and Grow Rich stuff, they have this success principle called audible suggestion. The more you read something, the more you write it down and you read something to yourself every single day, or you watch something every single day. Like, you can watch this video over and over every morning, and it will remind yourself to do these things. But basically, if you remind yourself of this fear of missing out stuff, then you're going to overcome it. Okay, and basically the only way that I see, and I read tons of books, I read tons of motivational stuff. You know, we go through our dips, but basically it all boils down to, you have to just do, no one's going to do the work for you. You have to do the work. You have to muster up inspiration, some sort of inspiration and desire to block out small chunks of time throughout the day to unplug away from all these elements, these things, and really be content with yourself in that moment, to work on small chunks of the task, of the things that you got to do that's going to get you closer to your goals. Okay, so one, you have to have your goals. You have to have tasks that you want to do each day. 1 to 3 things that you want to do each day that's going to get you closer to those goals. Okay, and also I was thinking about this because it's hitting me on my way to work. Is, you know, you heard this story, building a brick wall is done by taking like 1 brick at a time, right? 1 stone at a time. You know, like a stone by itself, you lay a stone or a brick, it doesn't really mean much, but as time goes on, you look back and you have this big wall. Okay, that's pretty much how you have to approach your goals. Also, so when I'm on my way to work, there's like this construction site, and there's like a 9-mile stretch. When I go up the freeway, there's like this construction site that I pass every single day, and it just started to hit me recently, because when I first saw the construction site, it was nothing. It was just dirt. It was like a fence there, construction fence, and now when I see it, I started to see like these frames get built. I'm like, okay, they're building a building or something. And then I see the walls get put into place, and then I see you know, the drywall get put in. I see some windows, and they're building this cool building, and I'm like, wow. And what's crazy is that this little construction site inspired me, because on my way to work, I'll see like these 2 guys working on this one little section, this one little window section. And I'm thinking to myself, those two guys by themselves probably look at this project and this whole entire goal and think this is overwhelming. But the only reason, and they'll work on this for like 8 hours, because after work I'm coming and they're still working on this one little section, right? And to me, it looks like they're not really doing much. But in actuality, that little effort, those efforts that they're putting into place is causing that whole project to come together. And I was inspired by this project because I'm looking at this building being built and I'm like, okay, these guys have put this together in like 3 months. It's not complete yet, but I'm thinking, what have I done in 3 months that is somewhat equivalent to that, you know, in terms of my goals, right? And I look back and I'm like, man, I've been wasting time. I've been watching sports all day, you know, checking news and stuff like this. And I'm like, I need to get more focused. You know, I'm like, this fear of missing out is taking over, and it sucks. It's surrendering. I'm surrendering my goals for the sake of this need to know thing. You know, this fear of missing out moments and checking things and whatnot. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta get focused. So I thought I'd shoot this video just to kind of inspire you and really just tell you, you know, I encourage you to look at your week, look at the last 2 weeks, look at the last 3 weeks, look at the last month, and think of a construction site. You know, these guys work on little bits of pieces, little chunks of pieces, you know, at a time throughout the entire day, and it looks like nothing. But at the end of 3 months, man, these guys got a building put together. I mean, what could you accomplish in 3 months? What could I accomplish in 3 months if, you know, I spent more time, took more chunks, unplugged more, spent more time to focus on the task that I need to do? I mean, you got what? You have portfolio. I know a lot of you out there aren't happy with your portfolio sites. A lot of you out there need and want to add more personal projects to your website. A lot of you out there want to build a blog. A lot of you out there want to land a job, get your resume together, get your LinkedIn account straight. There's so many things there's so many goals that we can accomplish. You know, learn web design, whatever it is, okay? But you have to be conscious first of this fear of missing out element that's inside of us, whether it's ADD or whatever it is. Be aware of it, and then get inspired. Find that inspiration. I'm finding it in this construction site, because as they're building this building, I'm thinking, you know what, I need to accomplish my goals that I can get done in the next 3 months. You know, because if they're complete and I'm not complete with my stuff, then I'm slipping, right? So we have to muster up that inspiration and find something, and just start chipping away. Start small, 15 minutes chunks of time, 30 minutes chunks of time, you know, and then you'll get closer to your goals, you know. But basically, the moral of this video is, don't surrender your goals for this fear of missing out elements, you know, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, okay? Your goals are more important. The tasks that you need to get done are more important, all right? That's all I got for this video, guys. Hopefully this was inspirational, and we'll chat soon, okay? Till the next video. Peace.